watch it, and I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it, and I am going to watch Pinocchio, but I haven't watched. When I found that out about um, them giving Cynthia Erivo
Yeah.
static because she was playing the Blue Fairy. First of all, the fairy is blue. You can, if you just didn't know who Cynthia Erivo was, it wouldn't even matter.
She's a blue fairy. So
She's the blue.
the blue fairy. So she's not even black.
She's
She's
not
blue.
even. She's blue.
And she's not. No, excuse me. She's not white.
Exactly.
She's blue.
And
she's blue, making her a person of
color.
color.
Okay. All right. Let's.
But we're gonna.
We'll get to it.
Welcome back to another episode of Convos with Your Mom's Favorites with hosts Mo and Greg. I am Mo.
I'm Greg.
And we are back. We are back with another episode for the peoples. And in this episode, the people are the problem. But we will get to that
in a
later.
second.
Uncle G, how are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I am doing good. I
Yeah.
am doing
Likewise.
good.
No
I'm doing
complaints.
good. I have the week off.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. I'm going to New Orleans on Saturday. I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there from Saturday to Tuesday. So we're hanging out for our 30th anniversary. So
Congratulations.
thank you, sir. Yes. So we decided to go somewhere this year for the 30th, and we didn't know where we was going. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was saying that him and his friends was going to New Orleans in September because they always do something in September. I said, yeah, New Orleans. I came
That's a
home.
good idea.
I came home. I was like, hey, I told my wife, I said, you want to go to New Orleans? She's like, yeah. She said, we've never been there. I was like, yeah. So
New Orleans.
said
I've
New
never been
Orleans.
either. I might want to plan some New Orleans.
Yeah, maybe your buddies go for Mardi Gras.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? I had a friend who lived in New Orleans for like 3 years.
Really?
And I just never made it. She doesn't even live there anymore.
Wow.
She moved back to New Jersey, but like she lived in New Orleans for like mad long, and I just never went.
I have one. We just found out not too long ago that we have a mutual friend, me and my wife, who just recently relocated. She relocated to New Orleans, so she lives down there.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd want to live there. Too many storms, but to each his own.
To each his own.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We got a lot today.
we gotta not a lot on the list, but it's gonna be a lot.
It's going to be a lot.
It's gonna be a lot,
Gonna
and
be a
we're gonna start off light and then just move.
Okay, we'll flow with it.
We'll flow with it into
So
the
y'all
heavy.
stay with us.
Yeah, just stick with us. Just
Stay
stick
with
with us, because the Emmys were last night.
Yes.
The Emmys were last night, and usually, like it's been mentioned on this podcast before, I don't really care for
Yeah.
award shows. I'd like to know who won,
Yeah.
but when it comes to actually sitting down and like watching the shows,
And enduring that.
yeah, I never really was one for that because they were always boring to me.
And I'm the total opposite. You know, I don't put a lot of stock in them, but just for the entertainment factor and just to watch see everybody all dressed up and all that stuff. And to see, and for me, the big thing is always just to see if the shows that I watch won, or the movie that I watched won, or the music that I listened to, if that won. And then, you know, and yeah. So for me, I just like the spectacle of everything, you know.
Right.
But again, like you said, for the most part, they're not really, it's formulaic.
Very,
You
very.
know, seen when you've seen them all.
Yeah. But last night's the Emmys.
Yes.
They were hosted by Kenan Thompson, and I honestly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was having a good time from the very beginning.
From the very beginning, I was kind of enjoying it too. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
This is different. They are making it. They're trying to make it a little bit more interesting, which is good. And because to me, out of all the award shows that I do watch, the Emmys was the one that I watched the least, because to me it was like really, really boring.
Yeah. But they tried.
Yeah.
And I will say it was a success.
Yeah.
They pulled it off. Kenan was hilarious.
Yeah, Kenan. See, and for those of you who may disagree, and you are entitled to your own opinion, fine. But for me, see, Keenan's humor is a little different from everybody. He don't just tell jokes. He does a lot of satire. He's
Yes.
and he does a lot of sarcasm. And so to sit there and you, if you're really not listening to him, a lot of stuff he said you would have flew over your head, and you
Right
might
over
have.
it.
Yeah, but he was. You're right. He was in the pocket last
Yeah,
night.
he was definitely was,
Yeah.
and it definitely helped keep me entertained
Yeah.
and keep me interested in the show.
Yeah.
And before we get to like the actual winners, the speeches even last night were
Different.
different. Like they weren't your usual. I'm just gonna go down the list and thank everybody and give like random boring speech. Like they weren't boring speeches. You could tell that some thought and some effort actually got put in
Exactly.
to make the speeches worthwhile.
Yeah, to make it memorable.
Yes.
I was getting ready to ask you, did you notice what they did? What they were doing when people were giving their acceptance speeches?
Yes. The thank yous at
On-
the.
So obviously,
Please
please,
continue.
everybody should take a cue.
do that.
Take a cue. So what they probably did, each nominated person, they probably gave them, all right, give us a list of who you would
You're
want
right.
to thank, so that you don't get up there and forget, because we're only going to give you a limited amount of time. So at least this way, the people who you want to thank, they'll see their name on television, blah blah blah, and you know they won't think that you just like blew them off. So I thought that was ingenious. I was like, oh heck, that's a good. I hope everybody else takes
Please take note and
take
do
notes
that
and do that It makes-
because I don't care. Like you're not thanking me,
yeah.
so I don't care all the other people
All
who
the-
you have to
I
thank.
I don't even know them.
I don't know them half the time. So because of that, please just write their names
Yeah.
like credits so that,
That
they
was-
can see it. Because at the end of the day, I don't even watch movie credits because I do not care.
Truth.
I do not care. I keep it like once the movie credits start, unless you're a Marvel movie, I'm leaving.
Yeah. True.
Like unless you're a Marvel movie,
Unless you're
once
a
the
Marvel,
credits roll,
I'm-
I'm leaving.
I'm leaving.
I'm
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. Like the movie is what I was here for.
Mm-hmm.
So I did appreciate that. But we could actually get into some of
Yeah.
the big winners.
Go ahead.
And gonna start. Shout out to my man Michael Keaton.
Yes.
He won Best Actor in a limited series or anthology.
Yes.
And just shout out to him because it's Michael Keaton.
Yeah. To Michael Keaton, it's like it was good. It was good to see him and good to see him win.
Yeah.
And you know, again, I was excited, even though I didn't see the show, and I'm going to go back and look at it because I remember you said
Dope Sick was
you
really
said
good.
Dope Sick, and they had like they were showing the other actors who got nominated for that show, I was like, oh, they had a good cast.
Very good. Incredible cast.
They had a good cast. I said, now I gotta go back and watch it.
Also, and before we get back, before
ahead.
we keep going with like the people who won, last night's Emmys was the streaming awards.
Yes,
Is what it felt like.
Yes.
It felt like I was watching the streaming awards. Because even like I was watching it with my dad, and even he noticed it, and he was like, "It just feels like," and he was the one who brought it to my attention that it was the streaming awards because 95% of the shows
Yep.
that got nominated and or won last night were shows from streaming services.
Exactly. So again, it goes back to saying that, and I know what some people would say. Well, yeah, it's still television
It is still television because again, you're watching it on your television.
Television, so it's still television, and so it's like at the end of the day, you come to the conclusion. It's like, why not?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
They should definitely be in the
include it.
running.
Yeah.
I definitely think they could have added more shows
Yeah.
because there is still good content on TV itself.
Yes.
But last night was the streaming award. Like
Yeah.
the streaming awards
Yeah.
were last night.
I mean, because you always hear on HBO, and they'll say HBO actors and shows have been nominated for 70
Right.
And you think, wait a minute, 70, but you only got they said themselves there's only 25 of those things issued. So you mean to say y'all have been nominated for 70?
70 Emmys.
I'm just again, and yeah, but
But yeah, so Michael Keaton, actor in the limited series, and then they went on to got a shout out to our girl Ruth, Julia Gardner. She won best
I was so
supporting
happy.
actress in a drama.
Yes,
Yeah, I lost my mind
Yeah.
because Ruth was
she was that
incredible,
shit, yeah.
incredible
If
from
you-
the very beginning.
If you have not watched Ozark yet,
you should.
yeah,
You should.
Yeah, go to Netflix. I guarantee you, you will be hooked.
Definitely.
From the first show, from the first episode.
Unless you're like me, and it might take a little while.
Yeah, no. This was one of the shows. Again, I've said it before. Ozark was one of the few shows. Like for me, it takes a while for me to warm up.
Mm-hmm.
Ozark had me from the beginning.
Yeah, for me, I was like episode 7, season 1 is when I was like, holy crap,
Yeah,
this show is amazing.
Yeah,
But once it, trust me, it'll get you there.
yeah. You will just if stick with it. I
Yes,
guarantee
it is
you.
worth it.
I guarantee you, you will be glad that you did.
Yes, it is worth it. I'm gonna shuffle around because
Okay, let's go.
I want to give like the big ones.
Yes,
I want to save those
for the last.
for last.
Gotcha. All right.
Brett Goldstein won for he got best supporting actor in a comedy series. He's in Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. See, Ted Lasso. I don't have Apple TV, so I've been missing it. I've been hearing good things about
Yes.
it. I'm crazy about Jason Sudeikis, but I have not seen it yet.
Believe it or not, me neither.
Really? You
Yeah,
watched
and
it?
I have Apple
You
TV
Apple
Plus,
TV?
but I
figured you probably had seen
no,
it.
I haven't watched it.
Uh-huh.
But I did hear again that it was really that it's a really good show. And based off last night,
Yeah.
it racked up. So
Yeah.
it is clearly somebody thought it was a good show. Amanda Seyfried got best actress in a limited series for The
Yes.
Dropout,
Yes.
and well deserved
Okay.
because watching
I like her.
Yes, I do. But I liked her and how she acted in the show. But then shortly after I watched the show, Hulu also had a documentary.
It's on Hulu.
Yes.
So I got to go back and watch that now too.
About the woman.
That's right. You told me about her.
Yes.
Yes.
About
yes. Yes.
there was a documentary about the woman who was in the show. And in the documentary, they showed scenes side by
Isn't that
side.
crazy?
And I said, fam, how do you, the level of acting
Yeah.
to where it literally looked like the same person.
And it's not a caricature.
No.
It's not a caricature. It's like they're not just imitate. It's like they're actually when you see them do stuff like that, and they put it like side by side, and you're like, wow, these people got some gifts.
Some gifts.
Gifts.
Because it's almost like she like lended her voice and her body
Yes.
to Amanda Seyfried to do this role. And it was just incredible. And I was like, she definitely deserves the award for what she did for this show. Because it's impeccable. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah. I saw they did that one time with the show The Ricardos,
Yes.
being the Ricardos, and they showed a picture of Nicole Kidman and Lucy. I think they did the scene. It was the wine stomping scene.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I'm sitting there looking and I'm listening to her voice. I'm watching her perform. You would have thought that they just took that it was the same reel, that they was same example, and because she was that on, you would have thought that was her role. I mean that she was Lucy. It was really and that stuff. That's the kind of stuff that blows me away when I see actors
Yes.
when they play somebody else.
Yes. And
Have you ever seen the thing about Pam with Renee Zellweger? She's playing this woman who was a serial killer.
No.
And if you watch it, because she plays this woman who was a serial killer, and then she goes through. But if you watch it, and as she's portraying the character, you wonder how in the heck did she get away with this? Because the character she played was so over the top and out of control and crazy, and just really, really crazy. And then they showed and I'm like, she couldn't have been acting like that. I said, nobody acts like that. And then they showed a picture, like a documentary. They did it, and they showed a picture of a video of the woman she played, dead on. And I was like, wow. I'm like, man, how did this? Well, my thing was, how did this crazy behind lady even get away with this? Because she was a nut. But again, Renee played her to perfection. But yeah. It was, I loved that. So now I got to go back and watch. What's the show?
The Dropout.
The Dropout.
Yes, it's really good. Speaking of Jason Sudeikis, he won for Best Actor in a Limited Series for Ted Lasso.
And I'm not sure. I think that this isn't the first time he's won for that role. I think he's won several times.
Yes, which is weird because I'm like, if it's a limited series, you would think that it was just like one season.
Yeah. Maybe two.
Yeah,
but it's not. It was not.
But like, he said it when he accepted the award that season 3 was coming soon.
Yeah.
So like, how? What are we doing here?
So it should really, technically, that should disqualify it from being nominated again.
Definitely,
because that's no longer a limited series.
No, it's not. It's a series.
Here's the thing, because if that's the case, then Grey's Anatomy
could call itself a limited
series. And Grey's Anatomy has been on longer than some people have been alive.
Hello.
Hello. Oh man.
Yeah, but Zendaya won for Best Actress in a Drama Series. Shout out to her for Euphoria.
Yes. I
still haven't watched season 2.
No.
Oh, I still haven't watched season 2.
Again, we talked about that too. It's I love the show. I love the show. Yeah. Not the easiest show in the world to watch.
No, it's not.
But it's there's like a lot of cringy scenes. But again, it was really, really, it's a good show. It's a good story.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Jean Smart won for Hacks.
Yes.
She won Best Actress in a Comedy Series. Yeah. I do not watch Hacks.
I have not watched it. Again, it's but I do like Jean Smart.
Yeah, so good for her. You know?
Yeah.
Kudos. Lee Jung Jae. I hope I pronounced that right.
I was just getting ready to say.
I hope I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I do apologize. I really hope I pronounced that correctly. I do not want to mess up anyone's name.
Yes.
But he won Best Actor in a Drama for Squid Game.
Yes.
And
what'd you think?
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Because Squid Game was fantastic.
Yeah, Squid Game was fantastic. I hope they don't do it. I know I've been hearing about the second.
Yes, they are.
Season.
They've been greenlit for a season 2.
I'm hoping not. I was hoping not because it was great.
Me too. I was mad when he got off the plane.
Exactly.
I'm like, bro, go see your daughter. Take this money and go help your daughter. Because that's what you did this for in the first place.
Exactly. And now you got it. So why?
And now you got it. So why would you go back and ruin this again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't understand. The White Lotus won for Best Limited Series. Again, that was a show I didn't think it's coming back for a season 2.
Yes. Yeah.
But that what's that show? Not The Judge. With Bryan Cranston.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I know the show. I cannot think of it right now. Your Honor.
Your Honor. There you go.
Your Honor.
That was a show like Your Honor that I thought it was one and done.
Yes.
I didn't think that it was. I didn't think a second season was necessary
No,
after the first season. I was very okay with how
how it ended.
how it ended, but clearly it wasn't ended
Yeah.
because the White Lotus comes back like soon.
Yes.
It's like this month.
Did you watch it?
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah, I enjoyed the White Lotus.
I have not watched the whole. I've seen episodes.
Yeah.
But I have not watched the whole thing. And not that I didn't enjoy what I was seeing. It was good. It was just I would never remember
Yeah.
to go back and watch it. So what I'll do now that they, I'll go back again. It's another one. I'll go back and watch the season.
And it was crazy because the White Lotus was a show where like people came to a resort, and like all the main characters were at the resort. The show ended. It's not even a spoiler. Like they tell you the show ends with everybody leaving.
So the question then I have is when the show resumes, when the new season come out, is it with a whole new cast?
Certain people from the first season are back. Like certain staff at the hotel.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking
Certain
about, yeah.
staff at the resort,
Yes.
they are still there. And I didn't write it down and I should have, and I'm gonna kick myself. She won last night for her role in the White Lotus.
Oh my girl, you talking about
And it was
the dancer who danced? Is that who you're talking about?
yes.
Yes, she's funny. I love her.
Gosh, why can't I think of her name either?
I'll look it up. Go ahead, keep talking.
But she won. She's coming back. She was on season 1 of the White Lotus, and she's going to be in season 2 as well.
Actually, she should be on your list because she won. She did she win one of the was hers one of the big ones?
No, because honestly, what I did was, and I gotta fix it. I gotta find when I was posting it on like socials. I have to, and I'm gonna fix that. So now that when we post on socials during award shows, it's us posting on socials,
Okay.
and not stealing from other socials who post.
Gotcha,
But they didn't post all of the awards,
Ah, okay.
so I could only like write down what exactly I remembered. So, but going forward, I will definitely do better with that. Just type in Stifler's mom.
Yeah, that's right. That's the role. That's the role.
Type in Stifler's mom.
That is the role that she'll always be known for.
Stifler's mom, because that's what I remember. Like the first time I saw her after that, I was like, "Oh, hey, it's Stifler's mom."
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes, Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes.
She won for the White Lotus, and it was actually her first ever Emmy.
Yes.
And so,
And she was on what show was that? Mirror Mirror. That's what she called from Thor.
yeah.
Oh God, what's the name of that?
Oh, 2.5.
2.5 Girls.
Girls?
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not 2.5 Girls. 2 Broke Girls.
2 Broke Girls. There you go. I'm mixing that and 2.5 Men.
We just meshed. We just. we just did a mashup.
A mashup of shows. My bad.
Yeah, 2 Broke Girls.
2 Broke Girls. There you go.
And she was hilarious on that show.
But yeah. Also, the White Lotus won. Ted Lasso won Best Comedy Series. And Succession won for Best Drama.
Have you watched that? Because it looks good.
No.
It looks good. I just have not.
Because I had to pick. I was either starting Succession or Billions.
Yes.
And I started Billions.
Okay.
I chose Billions.
Okay.
Billions is really good.
Yeah, I know. Billions, again.
Fantastic show. My only problem with Billions is one season, Paul Giamatti looks like a healthy white lawyer in like his like 40s. And then when it came back, he looks like a very sickly, like he looks like he aged like 20 years.
Yeah.
Because he lost weight.
Yes.
He cut his beard, and he didn't like color his hair. His hair is more grayer. And I'm like, bro, you do realize that no time is supposed to have passed
Yeah. Since the last
season
to this.
to this season.
You look like.
But you look like you've aged like 30 years.
Yeah. You look like what you call like Moses did
Yeah.
from the 10 Commandments when he
Like when he came back
he
down,
came back down from the
from
mountain.
like he went up to the mountain in that time off. and he came back down, and it shows.
Yeah.
But yes. So I didn't watch the session. I heard it's really good.
Yeah.
I definitely heard really good things about it.
I just have not.
I just haven't gotten a chance.
And somebody even made a point about that last night. I forgot who it was, but they said something to the effect that I said even though there's no, because they were giving like saying how good all the shows that got nominated were, and they kept saying, yeah, I said even though that we already know that there's no way you could watch all of these shows.
There's no
He
way.
said there's no. He was like, there's no way. He said, but we appreciate you for those who did, and for those who tried.
Yeah.
In other words, he's just saying we appreciate the effort.
Yeah, so thank you, because you appreciate me, because
Yeah.
I try.
I try.
I definitely try.
It ain't like I don't try.
I like he said, it's impossible.
Yeah,
there is
there's
way
no-
too much on television.
Yes. And if by some strange stretch of the imagination you were able, your brain would be fried. You would be sitting around doing mashups of shows.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, you would just like, it'd become part of like your daily life.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, I remember I told you, because that's what happened when Captain Kirk was out there with the aliens. And you'd be like, bro, what is Captain Kirk with the aliens? That don't have nothing to do with anything at all.
Yeah, exactly.
That has nothing to do with nothing. But yes, one of the couple of the other ones I remember. Shout out to Gerard Carmichael.
Yes.
He won for best writing for Rothaniel,
Yeah.
his
Which
comedy special.
That was the first one of his comedy specials I watched. I know he's done other ones, but that was the only. No, actually, I watched that one first, and then I went back and watched
Yeah.
the other one.
I still, believe it or not, I still have to watch Rothaniel.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love him because it's only 3 seasons, and they're not long seasons.
Yes.
But I rewatched the Carmichael Show like it's new episodes episodically.
Oh, that's right. That was his show.
Yes,
That's on
Hulu.
Hulu. Okay.
It is
right.
it is
That's right.
hilarious, and I
That's right. Yeah,
laugh
you told me
each
that
and every time I watch the show.
You said, and it's still funny.
It's still funny.
Okay. That's good.
But shout out to him, and also what he had on at the Emmys.
I was trying not to go there, but
It's
yeah.
black excellence,
Yes.
and I loved every minute of it.
I was like, yeah.
I loved every minute of it.
Oh goodness.
Fur coat, no shirt,
No
big chain.
t-shirt, yeah.
I loved it.
It was hilarious. Oh, my
I
goodness.
loved it. And the crazy part was, like, if that's how you act, if that's how you dress, you would assume that once he got up to accept his award, he'd be really like, if you see somebody like that walking down the street, you accept them to be loud. You
Yes.
accept them to be like,
Yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for? Like loud, like boisterous.
Yeah, I was
like,
going to say boisterous.
like that's what you're expecting
Yeah.
from, only for him to get up and
Over-
be like
over the
super
top.
shy.
Yes.
Like, yes, you expect him to be super over the top.
Yeah.
And like he was extremely shy.
Yeah.
And almost like, I don't know what to do in this moment.
And he even said he started not to come. He said he started not to come. And he said, and he did say, he said, as a matter of fact, after I finish with this, I'm leaving.
Because what else? You can't top it. Like, what else?
He said, yeah, because there's nothing that could top this moment for me. He said, and sure enough, when they got, I don't know if you noticed, when, because they're supposed to go in the back
Yeah.
to take, he walked right off the stage and went right back to where he was sitting.
Because,
Yeah, he was-
like, it's just that person.
This is the kind of stuff you missed if you wasn't watching the Emmys
Yes.
last night. It
Yes.
was just like
It was incredible.
It was
incredible.
really
Shout out to
good.
Lizzo for her
Lizzo,
show.
yeah.
I didn't
Watch
even
out-
know.
Watch out for the big
Watch out
girl.
for the big girls. I had no idea Lizzo had a show.
No, you hadn't watched that.
I didn't know Lizzo had a
And
show.
ordinarily, shows like that. Well, I forgot what do you call what would you categorize that?
Reality TV.
Reality. I don't watch reality TV shows, but for some reason, because I do like Lizzo, and I liked when I read the premise of what she was doing here.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, okay, I could get with that. And so we started watching the show. And like, again, it's typical, formulaic, very formulaic. What kind of show is it?
Reality.
Reality
Yeah.
TV. Very, again, typical. You know, one thing about reality TV, maybe I don't watch enough of it, but the formula doesn't change.
No, it does not. It does not
You
change.
know, just the
No,
characters.
it's the same. Actually, they do change the formula up a little bit.
Okay.
There's this show on Netflix.
Okay.
It's called Young, Famous, and African.
My wife probably watches that. She likes the African shows.
It's so good
Is
because
it
it gives you,
really?
it's entertaining, right? It gives you all the drama, but they do it in a way, like, you know, most reality shows, people like cursing all the time. There's like fighting all the time. People like throwing drinks. It gives you all of that drama without giving you all of that drama.
Okay.
Like there is heated debates, not a single
Nobody's
no
cussing.
one's using foul language, no one's throwing drinks, no one's fighting, but it is still a very engaging and entertaining show from the very first episode.
Wow. Okay. Another one I have to go
Yeah,
back on.
it's like
I'll have
it's
to go back and
really
watch.
good.
Yeah.
I want all of the other reality TV shows
to take
to
note.
follow suit.
To take note. Okay.
Because we don't have to, black people we don't have to be degrading and
Exactly.
demeaning to
Yeah.
each other
Yeah.
to still put out quality reality
Yeah.
TV,
Yeah.
and Young, Famous, and African shows that.
Wow. Okay. Now I got. See, I didn't know it was a reality show.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a reality show. Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Really good. But yeah, shout out to SNL
Yeah.
for winning
My, it's like you did that, and you know why.
and you know why. You know, for multiple reasons, but on the Emmy win last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to SNL. Shout out to Quinta Brunson. She won for writing for
Yeah.
Abbott Elementary.
Yes.
Again, hilarious
Yes.
show. Comes back later this month.
If you, yeah, again, that's another one of those shows that might have flown beneath your radar, and you have not watched it. Go back and
Go
watch
back and
it.
watch it. Go back and watch it.
Go and watch it.
Because
Watch the first season.
we are here now
Yeah.
because Best Supporting Actress, and I think one of the best acceptance speeches
I have
ever
heard.
given was by Cheryl Lee Ralph
Yes.
last night
Yes.
on her win for
Yes.
supporting actress in a comedy series
Yes.
for Abbott Elementary.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, y'all gotta just help sis. Like, y'all might have to bring her stuff to her because I didn't think she was gonna be able to get out the
I
chair.
did not think she was going to be able to get up and get to the stage because she was
She was shaking, like visibly shaking.
She was so overwhelmed because I'm sure because I guess she's like at this late stage of my career. First of all, how am I? You know, I got nominated, and for her that probably was just enough.
That was good.
enough. That was cool. But then to win,
To win.
she was like, "Oh my, yeah." I rewound that just to watch that again.
Yeah, man, that was-
because it was such an incredible.
It was a great black moment, and
Yeah.
I love those.
I love those.
She is the second black actress to win an Emmy for
Yep.
supporting actress.
That's right.
The first being Jackie Harry.
Yep. Really?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It was Jack A.
It was Jackie. There has not been a black woman to win since Jackie.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
There's only two of them.
Wow.
And the second one was in 2022.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
And what did Viola Davis? Viola Davis won, but she won for
She might have won Best Actress.
it was Best Actress, but it was for drama.
Yeah.
It wasn't for. She won. What's the? I'm sorry. Now I'm drawing a blank.
She won Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy
Cheryl Lee,
Series.
yeah, she won
Yeah.
for comedy. But the year Viola won, she won for drama.
Yeah.
Because she won for How to Get Away
With Murder.
with Murder.
Another phenomenal television
Yes.
show
Oh my gosh.
that I didn't watch.
Are you kidding me? You
No.
know? Oh goodness. Yeah, it moves fast. So you got if you ever get a chance and it gets on your radar to watch, it moves.
Well, no,
fast.
I tried. I watched. What did I watch? I watched the. Believe it or not, I didn't watch either show, but I watched the How to Get Away with Murder scandal crossover.
I was just gonna say, even if you just watch that,
Yeah, I watched that
even if you just watch that,
because, like, I knew both shows,
yeah,
but
ahead.
I watched the first episode of Scandal, and Scandal was good, but it didn't make me want to come back and watch another one.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing with me and How to Get Away with Murder. The first episode was good, but it just didn't make me want to come back and watch more. So
yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah. If you watch, I would say first episode, last episode of each season, and then maybe just watch the last season. But if you just want to be current before you get to the last season, watch the first episode and the last episode. You don't, yeah, because it's too much to watch the whole thing of each season, and then maybe just watch all of the last season.
Right.
By then, if it hasn't grabbed you by the time you've watched the first episode, maybe the last episode of each season, chances are it's not gonna, So,
Yeah.
But again, it was a good show.
But
But I remember the year she won, Viola Davis won because her and Taraj were both up for the same award.
oh yeah, because that was back when Empire was good.
And that, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was when Empire was
That
good.
was back when Empire was good.
And and that was one of those, again, if you ever get a chance, go YouTube it and watch that. That was the reason I watched that year. Because like I said, ordinarily I don't watch the Emmys. But that was the reason I watched, because I wanted to see if either of them would win, because I really had my doubts. And they both won. No, they announced the winner and said it was Viola Davis. And you know how she rolls.
Yeah.
She bop walked up onto that stage. But before she went up on the stage, Taraj was sitting in the front, and you could tell she was so excited and happy. She grabbed. It's like it was an emotion. It was really an emotional moment because of the way, because of even with what Viola said afterwards. They grabbed each other and like in a sisterly embrace.
Yes.
And then Taraj pushed her away and said, "Go." She was like, "Go, like, go."
Right.
like, and she stood up the whole time Viola was talking. And one of the things, we'll probably get there in a minute, but so stay with us. One of the things she said that, she said we have got to start giving black women better roles on television.
Yes.
She said that. She said we got to start
Absolutely.
start giving them better roles. And then she made a specific, and she said especially dark-skinned women.
Absolutely.
She said because we don't get those roles.
Absolutely.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the Emmys, I was entertained.
I was
Highly entertained.
I was thoroughly entertained.
Yes.
Thoroughly.
Thoroughly entertained at the Emmys. So award shows, take note. If you want to keep me entertained and keep me watching, that is exactly, follow the formula of last night's Emmys, and that will keep me watching award shows because, again, like I said, I don't really care for them.
Yes.
But moving on, because last weekend was D23
Yes.
is the name of it, and it's Disney's version of Comic-Con,
Oh,
essentially.
You know what? I did not know what D23 stood for. I'm glad you said that because
Yeah.
I knew because I've been following different things, watching different things on YouTube, but and I knew the conference was going on, but I'm really I maybe I wasn't paying attention, but they were calling it D23, and I was like, what's D23? Disney.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Disney's version of Comic-Con.
Okay.
And a lot.
Yes.
so much.
They were dropping a lot of stuff.
So much.
Yes.
So much stuff. I didn't even write it all, but
Wow.
it's so much stuff.
That's almost twice the stuff.
Yes, at Comic-Con.
Yeah, that you see at Comic-Con.
Like, so much is being released that it's going to be an overload. Like, how do you expect people
To keep up with all of this.
to
stuff.
keep up with all of this?
Yeah.
Now, granted, people won't have to, because some of this stuff is stuff that you're going to just take your kids to
Yeah,
see, and
yeah.
it's just for you and your kids. And like a good chunk of it, because Disney is the New World Order, and they have just absorbed everyone, and they're buying everyone and everything. Disney's just like, I like you.
Yeah.
I want to buy you. You're mine now. You're mine now.
Oh,
Thanks.
Did I tell you that we already purchased you?
Oh, but like, yeah, just in case you were wondering, you're literally mine now. We purchased you
We
already.
purchased you.
Because when Disney bought Fox, I said, wait, Disney bought Fox? That was as surprising to me as finding out that Acme bought Pathmark.
Acme bought Pathmark?
Acme bought
I didn't
Pathmark.
know that.
That's
Wow.
why all of the
That's right.
all of the Pathmarks are gone. They're
That's
all
right. Acme.
I said, excuse me, you mean Acme, the one that couldn't even survive across from the bowling alley and closed down?
Yeah.
That Acme had the funds
Yeah.
to buy a Pathmark?
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but that was like, and it was the same thing for me. I'm like, so wait, you mean Fox? Like, Fox, like the first, like one of the first channels, Fox, was bought by Disney.
Yeah.
You mean Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
walked up in Fox and said, "You're mine now." And Fox was just like, okay,
Okay. Okay, Daddy.
blew me away. And then they said, "Hey, Marvel, we want you to come on, Come on.
That still boggles my mind.
come on." And then they bought, who else did they buy? They bought Star Wars,
Yeah.
which blew me away.
Yep.
And then I don't know if it's a partnership. I'm just going based off all the tabs at the top of the Disney Plus bar. Because there's a Nat Geo,
Yeah. Yep.
which does that mean that Disney's going to buy Warner Brothers and HBO?
Technically, they already own, but they're not saying nothing. But I'm just
I think
kidding. I'm just
I
kidding.
think that's what's
Kidding.
coming next. No, if that's what happens,
You heard it here.
you heard it here first.
It's really weird with all of that that Disney is rolling like that. I'm saying they're gonna own
Everything.
everything. Yeah,
And it's still like it's going to always boggle the mind
yeah,
because this is clearly a real life version of Monopoly.
yes, yes.
And last I checked, isn't that still illegal?
I was just, you know what? I was just going to say they're going. Well, I'm sure they're smart. They're smart people at Disney, and if they're doing all of this, they're gonna fix it where they can't, where it won't be a quote unquote monopoly or what, or they'll keep it where, they may still own everything, but it won't be. Each entity will kind of operate, or on paper maybe look the same as if they're separate entities, which is why it's not Marvel / Disney, which is why it's not what else? Marvel /
Star
or Fox? Yeah, Marvel. I mean,
Disney
/ Star Wars or Disney / Fox.
Right.
They're all still being run as if.
Oh, and don't forget they bought Hulu
Yes,
and ESPN.
yes.
ESPN is owned by Disney now
By Disney. Yep.
because it's all a little bundle. I got it. I got the Hulu Disney Plus ESPN bundle. Sure did.
Yeah.
But D23, back to that.
Okay.
Was last weekend, and so much. I should have separated these by like category. But we're gonna start with the Marvel stuff because
Yes.
we are Marvel fanboys. They, I believe the trailer, they showed a couple trailers, and you got to, if you were there, we got to get there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Say maybe that's the one we'll go to next
we got
round.
to get there.
Yeah.
Because there was an exclusive trailer for Armor Wars, which is Don Cheadle's getting the spotlight.
Really?
Yes, in a series.
Okay.
It's a series, and he's getting the spotlight.
And that'll be on Disney Plus?
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be on Disney Plus. This actually got released to like the public, but we got the first trailer for Secret Wars as well.
Yes.
And Sam is back, and you got me.
Already.
Sam is back. That's all I need.
And Fury's back.
Yes, Fury is back.
Yes. So I'm
bring
there.
it on.
I'm there.
Bring it on. We got a release date for the Fantastic Four.
When?
November 8th.
Next year?
I should have wrote that down too. Because it just said November 8th. It didn't say a year.
Okay, it didn't say a year.
It didn't say a year.
Okay.
But the cast was released.
That's what they were supposed to do. Who's the cast? I missed it. Did you write it down? Do you know?
No, but I do remember. I don't remember. Only thing I don't remember is Sue Storm.
Okay.
But why am I was about to call him Jim. Why can't I think of his name from The Office? He played Jim. Mr. Fantastic from Doctor Strange. Oh, it's killing me.
He's playing
Mr. Fantastic from Doctor Strange.
Really?
Yes, he
they
is.
said it
He's
was
still
John
John Krasinski. Thank you.
I know something.
John
like that.
Krasinski is still Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, cool.
Yes, he is still Mr. Fantastic. You were looking up who was playing Sue Storm. John Boyega is Johnny Storm. John Boyega is Johnny Storm. And Seth Rogen is the Thing.
Okay.
And the great Henry Cavill
Okay. Here it is.
is playing Victor Von Doom.
Now, here it is. I'm looking here online. This is John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt. She's playing Sue Storm.
Ooh.
Yeah. Emily Blunt. Zac Efron. Let me see. And Vin Diesel.
That's not what the
Again, I could be wrong, but let me.
because the image that I saw from the actual like the screenshot that someone took of the actual event had Seth Rogen as the Thing.
No, it is John Krasinski, sorry, Emily Blunt, Zac Efron, and Vin Diesel.
But Vin Diesel is Groot.
I know.
How is that going to work? He's Groot.
I guess he better not make the Thing sound like Groot.
Right. Because, like, what are you going to do?
Actually, there, yes. So it looks okay. I like the cast. All right. So far, there's nobody in this cast. If this is the actual cast,
Right.
again, you never know on the internet. But no, it's yes.
Oh,
Yep, exactly. And this is yes. This is the cast. This is the cast. John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, Zac Efron, and this because this is as of September 3rd. Yes, and I guess they just made it official.
Oh, I got to check. Because what's the name was last weekend? So if
Yeah.
it should have been official as of
As a,
like the 9th or the 10th.
it's the only bad thing about because and I googled it, and here on the internet, you never know because this might have been because they just really
Yeah.
You know what? Okay.
Might have been speculation.
As of Newcastle.
You know what you could do?
D23.
You could
It's
You could-
D23, right?
yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
You could check IMDb and like type in the actor
Mm-hmm.
and then see like if it's up there. But I'm gonna just
Yeah, keep going.
keep going.
Keep
But
going.
also we got the new logo for Daredevil Born Again.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a series. Henry Cox is coming back as Daredevil.
See, I'm sorry to cut you off because I'm looking at stuff here and they're saying that it wasn't announced at D23.
So who knows? Okay.
Exactly. So
So,
we'll
you know
find
what?
out.
We'll come back to the
Yeah,
Fantastic Four
yeah.
because we don't like giving out misinformation.
Yes, exactly.
So once we have the correct information,
We will
we will
give
give
it-
that out.
we will make-
Also, speaking of correct information, I do have to fix a mistake I made in the last episode. Black Adam is releasing this year. Black Adam was not the movie that was being pushed back. Aquaman and Shazam were pushed back, not Black Adam.
No, they pushed. Well, you know what? Again, no, I take that. Y'all, now,
Yes.
Aquaman was almost a given. If they want
Yes.
that movie to be worth anything,
Yes. Aquaman and Shazam.
in order for that to work, they would almost have to.
So I do apologize for that. Aquaman and Shazam, not Black Adam and Shazam. Shazam is still coming out as intended.
Okay.
But back to this. The Thunderbolts were announced.
Yes. I don't really know a lot about them.
Me neither.
But is that as a limited series?
I don't know if it's a limited series. It is a series that will be released on Disney
On
Plus.
Disney Plus. Okay.
Yeah. And you know who's in it?
Huh?
You know who's in it?
I have no idea.
Okay, so Yelena's in it. That's Black Widow's sister.
Oh, okay.
Yelena's in it. The Red Guardian,
Uh huh.
U.S. Agent,
Okay.
Bucky, Winter Soldier,
Yes.
Ghost from
I'm sorry. When you know what I was looking at you, I was getting again. So I guess you watch all this stuff and you have all of it running around your head. You said U.S. agent.
Yes.
And then you said Bucky, and I'm thinking, aren't they the same person? No, they're
No.
two different. Okay. Now, yeah, sometimes it takes a while. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Ghost from the last Black Adam. I mean Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay.
The chick they were fighting there.
Yes.
She's in it.
Really?
Yeah. Taskmaster
Okay.
as the villain
Yeah.
from
Uh-huh.
Black Widow and the Contessa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they are all.
Contessa, that was the role that my girl played.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
So that's coming out soon. There was no release date given on that. Captain America: New World Order.
I was surprised at that. I was surprised. I mean, even when they started talking about, months and months ago, I was like, oh, they're gonna do another Cap movie.
Yes.
What's this one? Did they give any indication what this one is going to be about?
We got the villain.
Who's the villain?
Why can't I think of his name? I keep thinking his name is the villain, but it's not the villain. Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton.
Okay. Abomination?
No, the guy on the table who was trying to help him.
The leader.
The leader.
Oh.
And the guy is coming back. He's reprising his role.
Are you kidding me?
as the leader.
Are you kidding me?
And he will play the villain in Captain America with New World Order.
Because I will never forget when I watched the Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
And they showed that scene. I was always thinking that maybe the next Incredible Hulk movie would be, but then they stopped doing the Hulk movies, but I remember I was like, oh, it's the leader. It's the leader.
Yes. Well, it's coming back around because
Okay.
he is Cap's villain, and they're bringing back the same actor to reprise his role
That's cool.
as the leader.
Okay. All right.
Yes. So they announced. Oh, also, Henry Cox said Daredevil, Born Again, though he's reprising his role as Daredevil, it's season 1, not season 4 of Daredevil.
Really?
Yeah.
They're starting it.
He says it's not, it's like they're restarting it.
Okay.
So
Is that because it's on Disney now or what?
I guess it's because of like all that's like changing. I guess all that they're like redoing or like changing. He says it's not like season 4 of Daredevil, it's
okay.
season 1.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, that sounds interesting. Can't even read my own handwriting sometimes. Ironheart got the announcement. They showed an exclusive clip from that.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. They also showed a clip of Quantumania. That's Ant-Man and the Wasp, the next movie. Everybody was talking about it. They said it was a clip where Ant-Man is talking to Kang,
Okay. Okay.
and they said that it's a very chilling scene.
Really?
The scene that was showed, and I was like, oh man, I should have been there. I want to see it.
I want to see it. You can't find it?
No, it's 'cause
it hasn't been officially.
Yeah, it's not officially out yet.
Okay, all right.
It's, if you were there, you saw it, but that's about it.
Okay.
So I'm intrigued about that, and they the Marvels got an exclusive look.
Really?
Yeah,
What? I don't even. Oh no! We with Miss
with
Marvel.
Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel,
Uh-huh.
and they're like that whole team.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
that got like an exclusive look into that movie as well. But yeah, that was pretty much it for Marvel. Coming off of we got another exclusive look at Wakanda Forever.
Yes. Yeah. I think I saw that on. Is that online?
No, not
Okay.
from what I've seen.
Because they also. I don't know I think they released this at D23. I don't know if it's on your list. Werewolf by Night.
Yes,
Yes.
that's a Marvel.
Yes.
Oh, it's on the list, but I didn't know.
That's
like,
Marvel.
I didn't know that
Yes.
was Marvel. But yes, they did release. Well, then there you go.
That's one of Marvel, and again, I'm surprised that they greenlit it for an actual feature, because again, that's another one of their lesser known. I mean,
Yeah.
no, those people who like it, read it, and have read it and followed the character. But matter of fact, we talked about Werewolf by Night because that was where Moon Knight made his debut.
Okay.
Yeah. That was where the character of Moon Knight made his debut in the Werewolf by Night comics,
Okay.
because he was trying to kill the werewolf.
Yes. So now we're gonna move over to like the Disney stuff
Okay.
that's coming out. There's a Peter Pan and Wendy movie.
You're doing Peter Pan and Wendy again.
Yes, again.
It's a live movie.
Yes.
I saw the preview, so they're doing a little. I saw the premise, and there's a little bit of a spin on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're also doing a live action Snow White.
Okay.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay.
Wait. Why isn't it okay?
Because they should stop doing live action movies. Because you said you haven't seen Pinocchio, and don't.
No, don't watch it.
No, I mean, I don't know. I got like 20 minutes into Pinocchio and turned it off.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
What didn't you like about it?
Everything. Everything. Tom Hanks
You know
trying
what?
to sing. Yes. Like, Jiminy Cricket's like, he's always been like obnoxious, but like he took it to like
Really?
another level.
Who's doing the voice? Do you know?
No, I do
Oh,
not. I have
okay.
no idea. Keegan Michael Key is doing his best. It's almost like he found his niche in Jingle Jangle.
I was just getting ready to say, yeah.
He's doing his best Jingle Jangle villain impersonation in
Gotcha.
Pinocchio.
That's right. He plays. Is he playing like the one who captured
The
him?
wolf. Yeah,
He plays the wolf.
yes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I got like 20 minutes in, and I said, yeah, I don't really want to watch this anymore. So I turned it off. And it was just another example of why Disney needs to stop doing live action.
And obviously they're not.
They're
because
not.
There must be an audience for this.
Clearly, people are loving it.
Yeah, there's got to be a real audience for it, because I wanted to watch. I still haven't. I haven't watched Cinderella, or I have not watched any. No, I take it back. The only live action Disney movie I have watched was Cruella.
That actually wasn't that bad.
And
I
Cruella,
really like Cruella.
I liked Cruella, and maybe because of the fact that it wasn't a. This was like an original movie.
Yes.
Maybe that's why, because it was an original and not just one of the classics that they remade over live.
Right. And I can't front the original 101 Dalmatians. That live action movie. That was a really good movie.
Really?
Like Glenn Close.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she did her best, Cruella. Like
Really?
she was phenomenal.
That's Glenn Close. Now I got to go find that and watch it.
It's on Disney Plus.
I know. That's why I
Yeah,
gotta go
but
watch
yeah,
it.
like
Watch it.
101 Dalmatians, like that live action movie, it was really good. It was really good. But they should just stop because, like Cruella, 101 Dalmatians seems to be the only good
Yeah.
that they can. No, I can't even say that because I did like Snow White and the Huntsman.
Okay. I like the first one.
Yeah, the first one. The second one, who asked for that?
Huh?
Nobody asked for that.
Exactly. Nah.
Nobody asked for that.
And I refused to watch it. I didn't.
Yeah,
so
I watched it, but I
I didn't watch it.
wasn't, it was hours of my life I can't get back.
Yeah.
But we're gonna just keep going because they're doing a Lion King prequel. Uncle Greg, who asked for a
Why?
Lion King
Why?
prequel?
Why? Why? Why?
Exactly.
Why?
I still haven't
Why?
seen. I haven't seen the Lion King.
Like, if you watch the Lion King, the last
seen
thing you want to know about is Scar and Mufasa when they were younger.
Yeah. Nah.
Who
Who
cares?
cares? Exactly.
Who cares? But that's a movie and it's coming out.
That's,
It's called Mufasa.
Are they showing that it's live stream? I mean, it's going to be on their live or actually in the theaters?
I don't know.
That sounds like it's.
I hope it's just that sounds like, honestly, from like the press behind it, it sounds like something they're trying to push in the theaters.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
And
It
I'm like,
sound
fam, don't do that. Just drop it on Disney Plus and let's just call it
Yeah.
in. You know what they need to bring back? Certain movies, right? I didn't mind paying $30 to watch it at home. Like when I saw Black Widow, I didn't care for the movie, but I didn't mind that I paid $30 to watch it at home. Give me that option back.
Yeah.
Give me that option back.
Exactly.
I don't want to have to go to the movies.
Yeah.
There's something about leaving my house to watch certain movies that I'm just not okay with.
And it's funny because the pandemic has done that to us.
Yes.
The pandemic has done that. To
Yes.
us. So now we don't have we don't have to go to the theaters. It's like
We don't.
We don't have to go. We don't have to.
Not
go
for
anymore.
everything.
Not for
Like,
every-
not
you know what?
everything needs to be.
There will be certain movies that I will press my way out to the theater.
Absolutely.
Because I want to see it. I want the theater experience.
For example, every Marvel movie I'm going to see in a theater.
In the theater. I'm not going to unless they excuse me, sir. Unless they don't release it in the theater and only on the Disney Plus platform, I'm going to see all the Marvel movies in
Right.
the theater. Yeah.
So they actually released the trailer for Hocus Pocus 2,
Yes. I
which
saw
comes
that.
out later
Yep.
this month as well.
Yes. The 30th, I believe.
Yes. The 30th of September.
I have that on my calendar.
Yes. Because it's Hocus Pocus 2.
Hocus Pocus 2.
And I'm just hoping,
Yeah.
I am hoping,
I'm trying not to get too excited about it because I don't want to be let down,
right.
you know.
Because the original Hocus Pocus is such a timeless movie that it's just, you didn't really need to do it again.
If I'm watching, if it's on and I catch it on something or whatever, excuse me, I'm watching it.
Right.
I'm watching it.
But yeah, what else? Willow. Have you heard of Willow?
Yes.
You don't sound too excited about that.
I am not.
Oh.
And believe it or not, and maybe it's because I saw the original one in the theaters and I left the theater. I was like, what was that? I did not like it. And even though it did well, Ron Howard directed it. The first one Ron Howard directed. And that was, believe it or not, that was why I went to see it because Ron Howard directed it. And this was like in his real that's in his early career. In his early career as a director, he was getting a lot. He was knocking them out the park, knocking them out the park. This one, it didn't go past first base. Not for me, at least. Didn't get past first base.
Well, clearly for some people, it's getting a series.
I know people who have watched that movie. It's going to be a series?
It's a series.
Oh.
And
No.
if I'm not mistaken, all of the original cast is back.
I thought I was seeing things. I thought maybe this was a fan. I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
I thought it was fan made and they were just pulling pictures.
No. They got the original cast to come back.
Okay. Nothing you have said so far is making me say, maybe I'll give it a chance. Nah.
What
Nah.
else? What else is there? The Santa Clauses is a series.
I meant to send you when I saw the trailer for that. I meant to send it to you because I didn't know if you had seen it.
No, I didn't.
You haven't watched the trailer?
No, I think I might just watch the show. Because if we're being honest, the Santa Claus, another timeless movie,
Yes.
I didn't need anymore.
No, the first one was the one that did it for me.
Yes.
The second one, I could still kind of.
It was okay. It's the third one.
I refused to watch.
That third one was atrocious.
I refused to watch it. I've never watched it.
It's atrocious.
Never
You're not
watched it.
missing a thing.
I
It's
refused.
atrocious, and I hate it. I hate it so much. And
And going back to what you said about the first one, it being a timeless. I know for me, one of my favorite scenes in the first one was when the detectives were interrogating him, and by this time he was kind of like embracing the fact
Yeah.
that and he started running down
all the different ways to say.
to say his name, and then at the end he does that Tim Allen. I was like, that's
That's
my
it.
favorite.
That's it.
That is my favorite scene in the whole in the Santa Claus.
Yes, but that will be out November 16th. We'll get the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna watch it
I'll try.
because
I'm going to try.
it's Christmas.
Yeah, it's a
There's not
Christmas-
much Christmas you're
I
gonna
know.
get me to turn down. So I'm gonna watch it.
That was why I wanted to send it to you. I was like, oh, Mo's gonna.
I'm gonna
he's
watch
like
it
this.
because it's Christmas. I'm gonna avoid like trailers until it comes. I'm gonna just watch it. So I have no conceived notions. All I know is he's retiring. He wants
Yes,
to retire.
He wants to retire.
And I'm like, fam, that's not a role Santa Claus can do, bro. You're Santa Claus. You retire. You end when you die.
Although it was one of the funniest, or it looks like it's going to be a really funny scene, is when he announces to the elves
Mm-hmm.
that he's retiring and their reaction to it. See, you haven't seen the trailer?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
reaction to it is priceless.
Yes. What else? Disenchanted is a movie that's coming out on Disney Plus.
I thought I was seeing things. I saw. I kept seeing because they had released a trailer for it, and I kept saying, sometimes you read stuff too quick,
Yes.
and I thought that it was saying Enchanted, and then maybe a couple of days after the fact, I looked again because I ran across my feed again, and I was like, oh, this is Disenchanted,
Yeah.
and I watched the trailer. I don't know.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'll watch it. I'm
Why
gonna
not?
watch it
Because I got Disney Plus, so it's free. So I'm
Exactly.
gonna get anything that's on there.
It's on there,
I'll
I'm
give it a
watching it.
chance. Sure, I'll watch it.
And I liked it. I liked Enchanted. So I thought Enchanted was really good.
We're gonna. Percy Jackson and the Olympians is a series that's coming to Disney Plus. I loved the movies.
Oh, you did?
I did.
I didn't.
I loved the movies. I didn't read the books.
No, I didn't read. the
But
books
I
either.
didn't know that they were books until I saw the movie.
Uh-huh.
And you know me. If you want me to read the book, do not let me find out that there's a movie out or coming out, because then I'm not reading the book.
Oh goodness.
I'm not doing it. So I saw the first one and I was like, oh, this was cool. And then I was like, that's how it ended. But then I found out that there was it's a series and that more was coming out. So I was like, okay, cool. So I liked the movies. So then when I saw that it's a series now, I said cool, because certain books shouldn't be movies.
Yes. Yes.
Certain books, and I think Percy Jackson is one of them, because there's like so much like lore and things like that behind it. It needed to be a series so that they can take their time and explain things.
Because I watched the first Percy Jackson's movie, didn't like it, so that just made me not want to watch any of the others.
Yeah.
And then to find out that they were going to do it as a series on Netflix, I was like, I'm still not. But you know what? Again, it's on not Netflix. It's on
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus, so yeah, I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a shot.
And lastly, with the Disney series, there is a movie I am forgetting purposely because it's going to lead us
Okay.
into
The next portion.
the next portion of the show.
Okay.
So, National Treasure is getting a series
Okay.
on Disney Plus too.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the movies.
No?
No, I didn't.
How many were there? I know.
It was 2, I believe.
I saw the first one. I did see the first one.
Yeah, because I think it was like National Treasure and then like National Treasure like Book of Secrets or something like that.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot all about that one. But
Yeah.
I watched the first one,
Yeah,
and
I didn't-
and I did like it. You know, it was. I kind of like movies like that. You know.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Because I'm mad it took me so long to watch The Da Vinci Code and Angel Demons. Like, I was like, and then I was watching it because you remember when The Da Vinci Code came out and just how, like, it sent the church into an uproar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it sent, like, just Christians, like, all of them united. Like,
Yeah.
no matter your denomination, we are banding together to strike down
Yeah.
this movie.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and I was like, at the time, I hadn't watched the movie, but I was like,
You know what? And I had. It's been so long since I read the book. I read.
Okay.
And I had to sit here and remember the whole thing. And yeah, the Christian world. When you after you saw the movie,
Yes.
right? Yeah. When you get, I love that. I don't. But it was just when you find out what they're searching after and that this is something that actually exists. It's like, yeah, I know the church is not gonna like this.
no. And I was like,
I
and
was
then
like-
once, like, when I
I was like,
watched the
nah,
movie,
they're not gonna
I
like
said,
this.
oh, okay. I was like, I get why, like, I was like, okay, I see, like, where, but then I said, nobody really think of that?
Yeah.
Like, nobody, like, don't get me wrong. I myself am a Christian.
Yes.
But I think of things like that on a daily basis. On a daily basis.
I know.
I think all the time, like, bro, were these the only books in the Bible? Like,
Yeah.
on a daily basis. But, so I'm definitely, and I'm always a fan of, like, the conspiracy,
the conspiracy.
the conspiracy
theory
movies that, they're
I-
like, don't get me wrong, I'm waiting for my day for somebody to be like, yo, there is this secret organization
Yeah.
that don't nobody know about. And I'm like, for real? Like, finding out the Illuminati is a real thing would be like a highlight in my life.
Exactly. And I'm talking about finding out it's an actual thing.
Yeah, like it's an actual thing.
And
not
not-
like a movie about it.
Yeah,
but
or-
like finding out
That it's an
in
actual-
this human plane.
and in other words, that somebody exposes it.
Yes.
That this is real.
Yes. Because I don't want to go through like none of the death-defying things and like attempts on my life for trying to expose it. But I would love for it to come out that
Yeah.
there is actually
let somebody else do the work.
Yeah, let somebody else do the work. I'm not, I'm not fit enough.
Yeah.
Like I care.
Yeah.
But not enough to go looking.
Yes.
But it's just some things I'd like to know. So National Treasure's coming out.
Okay.
They announced some Star Wars things too. Ahsoka. They got a first clip of Ahsoka. That's the TV show. Rosario Dawson's character.
For Star Wars?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Get out. She's getting.
She's getting her own shit.
See,
She's getting her own
I
show.
didn't know that.
Yes.
I hadn't heard that.
Yes.
I'm watching it. I'm watching
Yes,
it.
absolutely.
It's Rosario Dawson.
Because I need to know where you were during 4, 5, and 6.
yeah, yeah,
Because if you are showing up, her showing up in The Mandalorian means that she survived
She
Order
survived,
66.
exactly.
So how did you survive Order 66? And where have you been?
and that's probably what they because it's interesting, and that's one of the things I've liked about the Disney Star Wars miniseries.
Yes.
These little is like for each of them, the first episode kind of picked up where it left off in the Star
Yes.
Wars franchise,
Yes.
and I was like, oh, that is so cool.
That's what I've always loved about because
Yeah.
I've always been intrigued. Like I'm like, yo, episode 3 left off where it left off. Mm-hmm. Episode 4 is like years later.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what happened in that gap.
in that gap. Yep.
I want to know what happened in that gap.
Yep.
And I'm like, you can't tell me that Obi-Wan and Yoda, like, and that's why I like Obi-Wan the series, because you can't tell me that like Obi-Wan and Yoda and were like the only 2 Jedi to survive Order 66.
Yep.
Because from what I heard, some of these Jedi were some of the most ruthless fighters in the galaxy.
Exactly.
So please, like, keep going. And they're actually doing that. There's a mini series called Tales of the Jedi. It's like 6 mini episodes.
Okay, that's a new one too.
That's a new one. It's
okay.
coming out October 26th.
Okay. Oh wow, that's coming out soon.
Yes, that's coming out. It's kind of like, did you watch Star Wars Visions?
No, I never watched any of
Oh, you
those.
should.
Really?
They are really good.
Are they really?
Yes.
Okay.
And honestly, you got like an hour and a half. You can watch the whole thing.
The whole thing. Same thing with the I don't know if you watched it yet. I Am Groot.
Yeah. Love.
you?
Love. I loved it.
I knew you would love it. I knew you would love it.
Loved it.
Yeah, yeah. It
Every
was-
single episode.
yeah, you could.
My favorite one though is Groot Takes a Bath. By far,
Really?
the best.
I didn't see that one yet.
Groot Takes a Bath.
Uh-huh.
It's amazing,
Okay.
and I love it because me and Groot, we got a thing,
Okay.
and
Okay.
yeah,
My wife
But,
she likes Groot, so we will sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
Just to watch the whole thing.
but those are good. Star Wars Visions. It's on
Okay.
Disney. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like dope because it's like 8 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like different stories. Like, but it's also different animations because they got like different studios.
You did tell me about that. You tell me about you did
Yeah.
tell me
It's really
different types
good.
of animation.
But yeah, that was pretty much it for like, the Star Wars portion. And we're gonna go back now to Disney because we also got the first trailer for The Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is where we're going.
Yeah, this is where we're going.
Yeah, that's where we're going. We got the first trailer for The Little Mermaid. And after watching the trailer myself, my only gripe with the trailer was, and this is honestly just being nitpicky, it doesn't look like whoever's job it was to make it look like they're underwater
Yeah.
failed at their job,
Really.
in my opinion.
Okay. Okay. I didn't see that, but I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't pay that any attention.
Yeah.
But I will go back and watch
whoever
it again.
whoever did that, they failed. It's kind of like it looked like it did in like Aquaman, and I hate how they look underwater in Aquaman.
Really?
Yes,
Oh my!
it doesn't look realistic at all to me.
I like that. And maybe it's just with me. When I saw Aquaman, the underwater scenes, I didn't think they would. And to me, they were good. They were good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the underwater scenes, but I didn't go in there with a lot of high expectations.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is probably not going to be good. So when I got in there and I found out that I was really loving it, I was like, okay.
No,
This-
don't get me
this is
wrong.
working.
The movie was good.
Yeah.
And again, this is just me being extremely nitpicky.
Uh-huh.
But I just feel like it could have been a little bit better because for me personally, the scene where she's like, when she's singing "Part of That World," it looks like she's looking up
Yes.
at like,
Yes.
but it's like she's at the aquarium, and she's looking up at like,
You know what?
and she's
Now-
looking at the fish
now-
like through
yeah.
a glass though.
Now that you mention that, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like it's like they could have
see.
done that better.
Yeah.
but
because she doesn't even look like you said. She doesn't even look like she's underwater.
no, she doesn't look like she's underwater.
Yeah.
So that's my only issue, but that's not.
And that's a good issue. That's no,
Yeah.
because a lot of this movie takes place
Underwater.
under the sea.
Under the sea. So, that could have been a little bit better. But
Yeah.
other than that, I have no qualms with I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait. I got.
No, I can't even front. It's a live action Disney movie. So, yes, I can wait. As a matter of fact, I was talking to
You know
Lee
what?
about it.
You'll look at it with a jaundiced eye. You'll give it a shot. You're going to give it a chance at least.
I was talking to Lee about it, and again, I do not. There is a very small list of Disney live action movies that I care for.
Okay.
I might buy a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I highly doubt I'm gonna make it.
Really? You wouldn't go to? Well,
No, I don't-
Is
I
that,
don't-
is that going to be in the?
No, it's coming
theaters?
out in theaters.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna go to the movies to see it, but I'm gonna buy a ticket to support.
Okay. I
Like
see
I'm
what
gonna show
you're
my
saying.
support.
Gotcha.
And
I
like
know
I
what
might
you're
buy a
saying.
ticket so that
Yeah. So it goes
doing
on.
my part.
It go, and it goes. It's
Yeah,
counted. It's counted.
That it's counted, especially given
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
all of the backlash
Yeah.
from this movie.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna buy a ticket. I don't think I'm gonna go see it, but I'm gonna buy a ticket
Okay.
so that
I'm gonna go see it. Maybe I'll take the grands and just one of the kids. It'll be something. Yeah, that I'll do. Gonna take the grands and go see it.
Yeah. I would. My nephews won't want to see that.
No,
Yeah.
no. Yeah. I could.
I got all nephews.
Yeah,
and-
nah. They ain't gonna be. Nah.
No, they're not gonna want to see it. So
Yeah.
I'm good. But like I just said, it's a movie that came out. Ariel is black.
Yes.
And
Okay. Go ahead. No, go finish. your thought, finish
she
your thought.
is receiving mad hate.
Yeah. Stay there just for a second. Even as I was just going on, I was looking up stuff on the phone for this session. I'm looking up on. First thing that comes up on my feed is a picture of Halle Berry.
Yes.
They got her confused with
Yes, that part was one of the funniest things I've
that
seen.
is hilarious, and she's been getting
Mad hate because
Mad-
of it. And I'm like, first of all, people, let's get it. It's
she's
not
like-
that. It's not Halle Berry.
is Halle. How does she pronounce her name? Is it Halle or Haley? But her last name is it's Halle, but her last name is Bailey, if I'm correct.
Yes,
And they got her.
they got her confused with Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, and she's been getting.
She's been getting hate, and I'm like, no. Honestly, neither one of them should be receiving hate
Nah, neither of them. Neither of them. should be-
because I don't get the hate
yeah, I don't understand
in
that.
a fictional character.
Yes.
And I was reading an article, and one of like the people's biggest complaints is because it's like Danish lore. And I'm like, but it's lore.
Lore.
We are ignoring
Yeah.
keywords,
Lore.
which means it's stories. And because they were like,
Fictional.
it's fictional
stories. Yeah.
And they're like, she's Danish. No. The Little Mermaid takes place under the sea.
She was Atlantean.
Atlantean. So she wasn't Danish.
No.
So why does it matter?
And therein lies the question. It's like, why does it matter?
Why does it matter? And so
Why
many
does it
shows
matter?
and movies, like she's not the only one who's been
No.
receiving like mad hate.
No.
Lord of the Rings just came out, and even like they're mad because there's like black elves,
Black elves, black
dwarves.
black dwarves, and not only and see and here's the thing, and maybe this is what the problem is. they're not just background.
Yeah, they're not background
They're
characters.
they're main characters. Is that my boy on in Lord of the Rings from Game of Thrones? Because he looks like the guy from Game of Thrones. The elf, the black elf. In the power.
Who, the Unsullied?
Yeah,
No, but he is in Interview with the Vampire, which is also coming out.
that is him. That
Yes,
is
him.
him.
Interview
Okay.
with the Vampire.
And he's playing one of the main characters.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. But no, he's not in that. It's a different character. But like, fam, they're fictional characters.
fictional
And I think the
characters.
issue is, right, if we're being honest, I don't think the elf part would have had an issue. But because they are people of status,
Yes.
like people of color
Whoa.
with status.
Whoa.
Because let's be honest, if
Whoa.
switch the roles, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lady who he loves,
Yes.
if she was the elf,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just the measly low life farmer,
Farm worker.
no
yeah.
one bats an eye.
Nobody bats an eye.
No one bats an eye.
Wow. When you say if she was the elf, if she had been the black elf or the elf of color.
No, if she
Or
was just
elf,
if she
period.
was if the same woman,
Got you. I see what you're saying.
but
I
if
get
she
you.
was
Yes.
the elf,
Yeah.
and he was just a black farmer,
Yes.
like the low level measly farmer,
Yeah, I got you.
no one bats an eye.
Nobody bats an eye. Yeah, I got you. I understand. What
And
you're
he's
saying.
like just helping her. No one bats an eye. No one has a word. No one has an issue. There is no problem. But because he's the elf and clearly one of stature,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
now all of a sudden it's an issue.
Now it's a problem. And here's the thing. This is just it's crazy and I am not going to debate the issue because again, let's call a spade a spade. To me, it smacks of racism.
That's exactly what it
It
is.
smacks of racism, and I know there'll be 1,000 people who would argue, well, probably more than 1,000 who would argue that with me and say no, it's not race related, and try to cover it up with some other reason. I'm like, yeah, but if it had been, the problem is that these are people of color taking roles that for some reason or another, taking the roles of fictional characters that America, for some reason or another, believes should be better played by white actors. That is stupid. That is absolutely stupid.
And moronic. Like, make it make sense. It's a fictional character. If the elf was purple,
Yeah.
no one would care. And the crazy part is,
Go finish your thought.
the crazy part is, it's not just if when the role is reversed and there are white people playing people of color,
Yeah.
again, we are supposed to just grin and bear it, not
Exactly.
say a word.
We're not supposed to say
Everything's
nothing.
supposed to be fine.
Yeah.
And it's not racist. We're just portraying the art. But when we are still just portraying the
art,
same
the
art of a
It's-
fictional character
Yeah.
who is, again, it's not real. It's something that someone thought in their head and then they wrote it on paper and it became a story. And then they took that same story and it became a movie, which is now a show. None of it's real.
and here's the thing, for those of you and because somebody will say, well, I don't like it, but I'm not racist. You might want to check that.
You are. You are.
Yeah, you're not part of the solution, so you're part of the problem.
Like, at the end of the day, if you say you don't like it and your only reason for not liking it is believing that elves should be white, fam,
You, sir.
are racist.
Yeah. And you're not just playing one on TV.
No.
You are.
This is real life.
This is real. And here's the thing. You might watch this and you're wondering, why are y'all talking about this? I'm going to tell you why. Because we said, if you go back and listen to our last broadcast, and we always admonish you to do so because you might catch something that you missed, and I believe this is something that you missed. We talked about how here in this realm and what we do, we always, I mean, we come on here and we thrash out and we state our opinions. And again, me and Mo don't always agree on everything.
No, we don't.
We do not agree on everything. Again, but we respect each other, and we do so we kind of want to respect this, but we kind of have to talk about it. Because we ordinarily we try not to talk about
Yes.
controversial stuff.
Absolutely.
We try because you get enough of that during the week, so we try to kind of keep this light and keep this happy. But this is happening so much and is messing people's heads up. It's like so far the only actor I've heard who's kind of weathering the storm pretty decent is the guy from. The guy from Lord of the Rings, the new Lord of the Rings series. He said when they started coming at him, he said now he hadn't even gotten a role, but it was just rumored that he was being considered. And he said, but you know what? He said, that made me work harder.
Yes.
He said, when that started, he said, I was determined to get the role then.
As he should.
He said, I was determined. So it's like, come on. These are fictional characters. If we can't get along anywhere else, let's get along in the movies. Let's try that. Let's try and start there.
Or something like go outside. When you go outside, you won't just see white people. You're going to see people of color everywhere.
Everywhere.
And again, it's television. Why are you letting television dictate how you feel about these people's real lives? Because you're mad at the job that they got.
It's like I said, it's incredible.
It's ridiculous.
Here. Okay. We gonna stay here for a minute?
Yeah, we here.
Okay, we here. Okay. Even just up until Pinocchio. And me and Mo have already talked about it. But Pinocchio was just released on Disney. And people have been complaining. And at first, and see, here's the thing. Because I don't think like that. Hear that. I want you to get that. Because I'm not thinking or focusing on it. I'm just looking at it. Oh, Disney did a live action
Right.
version of Pinocchio. And I saw it, and I looked at the trailer, and even with the trailer, I still didn't pay it any attention. Until I started getting stuff in my feed about how they were giving Cynthia Erivo hate because she was in the movie, and I was like, Cynthia Erivo, she sings, she's an actress and a good singer, and so I'm like, okay, well, she's a good singer. Why wouldn't you want her? She's singing the penultimate, and maybe that's why people have a problem. She's singing the most penultimate, she's singing I'm gonna say what I was getting ready to say. She is singing the widest Disney song out there. The song that you think that every time you think about Disney, you think about that song.
It starts literally. It's their theme song.
It is their theme song. It is what. And so here's the thing. And Cynthia Erivo is singing this. And so people got a problem with that. But the character she's playing, and me and Mo talked about this already. The Blue Fairy.
The Blue Fairy. Blue Fairy. Which again means she is a person of color. Fictional person, but because she is blue and not white, blue is a color.
And because of the fact that she's black, the ones who are giving her hate, she's black. And here it is on the debut of the film. Tom Hanks is out there on the red carpet having to defend the fact that she's in the movie.
Which is ridiculous because we should just be enjoying
the movie.
What we've created.
Exactly.
And you're not allowing these people who put their blood, sweat, and tears into these projects, You're not allowing them to enjoy the moment
Yeah.
that they should be able to just enjoy freely.
Yep. It's we got to do better.
We do, because here on this side is a list, Uncle Greg, and I'm going to read it,
Okay.
of white people playing people of color that no one had a problem with.
And nobody has said anything.
No one has said a thing about.
Matter of fact, as he's reading the list, I want you to take note. And if you can find any hate mail or that these actors got on the level of what we're talking about, let us know, because we missed it.
Yeah, because Angelina Jolie played Marianne Pearl.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
Yep.
Ben Affleck played Antonio Mendez. And before I continue with these lists, the difference between the people on this list, and with the exception of a few, and the hate that the current people are receiving, that the black people are receiving, we're getting hate. The black actors and actresses and the people of color, they're receiving hate over fictional characters. These people on this list they're playing real people who actually
Real.
existed in the world.
And we're people of color.
And so this is a more justifiable offense
Exactly.
than you getting mad about somebody who played somebody on TV. But again, Ben Affleck played Antonio Mendez in Argo. It's a real person.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
The entire cast of Avatar, The Last Airbender, the movie, was white.
Yep.
When in the show, it's nothing but people of color,
color.
like Native Americans and Middle Eastern people. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. But everybody in the cast was white. Natalie Wood played Maria.
Yes.
Natalie Wood ain't Puerto Rican.
And I was young, a kid, when I first saw West Side Story, and I always had a problem with that. I always had a problem with that. It was like they couldn't find. I mean, I'm a kid, and I'm thinking that they couldn't find. There was no Hispanic actors in Hollywood at this time.
Nobody better than I when Johnny Depp played Tonto.
No. I think they did. Some people did. It wasn't
to the extent.
No.
It wasn't to the extent.
Here it is. What they're doing now is trying to get the movies canceled,
Yes.
boycotted, and this is the route they're going for black people playing these roles in these movies. They want to cancel. Amazon had to shut down the comment section because they believe, because they base the movie ratings and stuff upon the amount of comments they get, and they believe that people were just feeding in negative comments because they want the movie to not be seen, or to not be seen by as many. They want the series to not be followed.
Absolutely. Liz Taylor played Cleopatra.
Yeah, y'all forgot about that.
Liz.
And just so you remember, just so you know, Cleopatra was not black, was not white rather. She was not.
She was not white
She was a person of color.
because she was from Egypt, which is in Africa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Russell Crowe played Noah.
Oh, that's right.
He played Noah,
That's right. That's right.
who was not a white man.
Wow.
And we're going to keep going with biblical because Christian Bale played Moses,
Yeah. Yep.
who, again, he wasn't white. And if we're going to keep going, my man in The Passion of the Christ
Yeah.
played Jesus himself.
Who, drum roll please, was not what?
White. He was not. He was definitely a person of color. If you read your Bibles, he wasn't a white man.
Nope.
And believe it or not, he even got. I'm gonna take the Passion of the Christ dude off this list because all that he endured
Yeah, for that role.
while filming that movie.
Yeah. He-
Because I think I read he got struck by lightning like
Yeah.
3 times while filming that movie.
Physically.
He got sick like a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Like I said, okay, he took care of that personally.
Yeah.
Like God took care. He personally took care of that. Cool. I'm gonna give him a little reprieve because God took care of that one.
Yeah.
Boris Karloff played Fu Manchu.
Oh, that's.
Fu Manchu
Ooh, man. Oh, my gosh.
was played by Boris Karloff.
I can't. I can't.
And the last person on this list, oh Greg, this one gonna get you. This one gonna get you. You ready? You
All
ready?
right. All right.
You ready?
I'm holding myself down.
You ready? Jake Gyllenhaal.
Uh-huh.
Jake Gyllenhaal, white Jake Gyllenhaal, played the Prince of Persia.
Oh, no.
The Prince of Persia. Persia.
Persia.
Not Persia, Wisconsin. Not Persia in the UK. Persia. Played by Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
And this is cool. No problems at all.
You didn't. They were not getting. No, okay, yeah. You mean no? Nobody was trying to boycott these movies. Nobody was trying. No, at least on our end, no black people were trying to boycott these movies. And believe it or not, especially the religious ones, who do you think was going to see these pictures? Black people.
Because I know for a fact my entire church went to go see Noah.
Yep.
Like that was a church outing after service one Sunday to
Church-
go see Noah.
Churches were renting out theaters
To go see these
to go
movies.
see these. To go Passion of the Christ. Renting,
Absolutely.
renting out theaters. It was like on their mandatory to do lists. Got to
It
go
was
see
like,
this movie.
like you was like almost like an outcast at your church house if you ain't go see these movies.
Exactly. And nobody complained. Nobody, and it's just, but it's the internet, and this is one of those things, I guess, where the internet gets to be a very dangerous thing because of the fact that, and people get to hide behind whatever, their little addresses and whatnot, and they get to kind of mess with people, but, for literally no reason. Because it's
No
just
reason
like,
at all.
really, why are y'all bugging out over the fact that these people, that black people have these roles? Now, again, I get it. No, I don't get it. I don't understand. No, I don't get it.
at all,
I don't
actually.
get. And what makes me angry, and I'm just gonna throw it out there, is that then you try to say that with that same breath that America is not a racist country.
Yes, it is.
And I beg to differ. It is. And that's why we're talking about it, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, this has an effect on us because we are two black men of color. We are men of color. We are men of color. We are black men. We are men of color. And so what this has an effect on
A
us.
direct effect on us.
It's crazy, especially in as much as we're doing this, because it affects even our ability to watch and to enjoy and not have to deal with. Here's the thing: I should be able to enjoy a movie, go see a movie, and enjoy it, and not even have to have those thoughts in my head.
Exactly.
And that's why we really don't talk about a lot of this stuff, because we're here for entertainment. We're not really here to boost anybody's career or take down anybody's career. We're here really just to share what we feel with y'all and hopefully get some reciprocal conversation. Conversations going. And this is a conversation. This is a conversation we need to have. But again, I'll say it. And everybody else, because other people have said, America is not ready. They're not ready to have this conversation. But see, here's the thing. If you're not ready to have the conversation, then shut up and stop doing stuff like this.
Because you're contradicting yourself.
Yeah, you're saying you don't want to talk about it, but then you do. You go and do. You're on. So no, you're saying you don't want to talk about it, but then you're blowing up social media with all this ignorance.
With all the ignorance.
And it's insane, and it's just getting crazy. Again, we just talked about it again, but I'm bringing it up again to the point where Halle Berry, who's not even in the movie, is
receiving hate mail. Like, and what should be a moment that we, as black people, should just get to enjoy and be proud because, hey, it's us on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's been so long to where these roles we weren't getting.
Not even considered.
So these moments that we are now getting, and it should be a joyous occasion, we're not getting to enjoy them.
No.
Because what? You don't like it?
It shouldn't matter if the Little Mermaid is black.
It shouldn't.
It's a mermaid.
Did she do great?
Yeah, that's the only thing we're going to be concerned about is how did she do?
How did she do?
Not that we make bad movies. Just so y'all remember.
No, because the question is just how good did she do?
How good did she do?
Did she do good? Did she do great? Did she do excellent?
Was it phenomenal?
Right.
From what I've been hearing, or reading about in the movie, besides her, because not only from what I remember reading, is not only is the movie live action, when the singing is live.
Yes.
The singing is live.
And she's great. She's a phenomenal voice.
Matter of fact, Melissa McCarthy, who's playing Ursula. She said that on one of the days I forgot what song, probably was a song in the video. She said she was singing, and she said she was standing off to the side listening, and she said she just started weeping. She said because her voice was so beautiful.
Like, bro, she's got a phenomenal voice.
She said I'm standing there crying, and she said then the next thing you know, somebody else who was an actor in the movie was standing next to her, and she was crying. she said they're both standing up there, messed up because of her performance and how well she did and especially how well she sang. They were like messed.
Because if we're being honest, if you think of The Little Mermaid, her voice was the driving plot point of the movie.
Because it was the first thing he heard.
Was her voice and how beautiful she sang. So you would want whoever got the role
to be somebody who could sing.
And
that's the other thing, because here's the thing. You talk about West Side Story. Not Natalie Wood getting the role of Maria, and she's playing a Hispanic young lady. Not only did she gets the role, she plays the role, but she doesn't sing. So somebody else did the singing. Natalie Wood was no singer.
So again, you could have found someone else who could do it. That's like when I found out that old girl in Sister Act couldn't sing.
Oh,
that just blew me away. Like, that hurt my heart. And I'm like, sis, for real.
Oh, it's we gotta do better, y'all. We gotta stop. Movies should be we should stop all of this crap, period. But
yes, absolutely.
If we can't get along nowhere else, we ought to be able to share arts,
because the movies is a place to just take your mind off everything else that's going on in the world.
Exactly.
So if I can't do that safely because
I got to worry about somebody, and because people are so wound up and they're so tight and they're so loony.
Yes.
Somebody might come in and try and blow up a theater because of some foolishness like that.
And now I got to go sit in fear of even going to see the movie.
It's like,
because it's like, yo, you got to go pray because you're like, Lord, I hope I make it out of here.
Yeah.
Like, And then that even has an effect on the experience because now you looking at people
Yeah.
when you should be focusing on the movie. You looking at people like, yo, you all right over there? You good over there?
And and it's interesting because it's like the more we keep talking, and I said before, and I stand by that statement. You can, if you come at me, I'll tell you that this is not a conversation America is ready to have, because again, we still think that slavery didn't exist. America would like it; they would like to even make that disappear. But again, I digress. But I said all that to say that one of the other movies that's coming out, and it's really not the type of movie we even really talk about, but we will talk about it, will be Till.
Yes. Yes.
Till, because of the fact that, and I told somebody one time, because I didn't learn about Emmett Till in school.
No.
I learned about Emmett Till, by the time I learned, I think I was in my 30s. I learned about him. I was in my 30s when I learned about what happened to him, and I had only learned about it then was because where I was working. A friend of mine came to me one day. He said, Greg, and we was talking. He said, I'm going to this like art film, and they'll watch this art film, and it's like a documentary, but they're showing it on the big screen. And he said, you want to go? I said, he said, I got an extra ticket, and I said, well, what's it about? He said, Emmett Till. And then he gave me a little bit of background about the story.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it intrigued me. So I said, okay, I'll go with you. And so we went, and I'm sitting in the theater, and I'm like, wow, how is this not being taught? Why is this? And, it's one of 1,000 stories out there that we don't talk about. But again, it's the stuff that we should be talking about, not whether or not the Little Mermaid
It's black.
is black or white.
There's much more important things.
Not whether or not we can have a black Sith. Oh God, I almost said openly black, because she was not black wearing makeup. She was black,
Yes.
blackety black. She was full front out,
front.
black with hair tied up, hair braided, and the whole nine.
Right. Also, too, I don't think if Ursula was black, they'd have had an issue.
You don't think? Oh no, yeah.
I don't think they'd had an issue with
No.
Ursula being black.
No, they would have looked. They would have let that pass.
Mm-hmm. They'd have let that go.
They would let that pass. I see.
But
It's-
yeah, we just need to do better as a human
we
race.
need to do better as a race,
As a race.
as a
As the
human
human
race,
race. As
not
a
just
human
as a
race.
race.
We
Because
just-
here's again, going back to what you said before, as black people, we're good. If they do something, unless it's just really something totally out there, in a movie, we will go see the movie and not even think about it.
No.
We'll just go see the movie based upon the fact that it's a movie you want to see. You're not thinking about that. You're not going to be thinking about that. But it's like, let that happen. Let that be reversed.
Then it's a big issue.
Now it's an issue. It's an issue. Well, she couldn't have been. I'm one of those people, when I read an article, Mom, I'm one of the people. Now, I read the article, but then what I really like to read, and you might want to start, I don't know if you do it, but if you do it, it's because that's where the stuff really comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I read the comment section. And see what people were saying about the article. And people were saying some of the most hateful, heinous things. Some of it made me laugh. Some of it made me want to cry. And I'm sitting there like, wow. For each one of these, said, that's a thought out there. That is a thought. Somebody thought that and wrote it and sent it in.
And wrote it.
And wrote it down and sent it in as a comment.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of bull crap is this?
It's ridiculous.
It is absolutely ridiculous. We got to stop.
Yes, and I hope the movie does well. I hope
do
it
too.
shatters records.
I like it. I will definitely be going to see it.
I'm not sure I will do that, but again, I will buy a ticket.
But you know what? And I never thought about
Might even buy 2 tickets and
I-
just not go.
and I never thought about it like that. But even now, and that's where my head is now, and that's where my thought process. Even if I don't go,
Yeah, I'm still buy a ticket
I will buy a ticket.
because I need this to just shatter everything.
I will buy a ticket. I will
shatter it all.
I will buy a ticket and give it away.
Yeah.
Give it away. Here.
Matter of fact, if you want to go see it, let me know. I might buy you a ticket.
Yeah,
I might buy you a ticket,
it's. I would support it.
but you got to pay it forward and buy somebody else a
and
ticket.
buy somebody else a ticket. Exactly. I'm going to. I would definitely do that. I would buy a ticket and give it to somebody, and say, you know what? Here, I want you to go see this movie on me.
Yeah.
And because here's the thing, you won't go see the movie, and so, but you're not going to go see it just because you don't like those live action.
The live action movies.
the live action Disney movies.
It got nothing to do with who's in it.
Nah, absolutely.
She could have been white, and I still would
Yeah,
like.
I still would. You know what? If she had been, she could have been the whitest person in America and playing that role, and I would have been okay.
Yeah, she could have been white. I still wasn't going to see it.
I don't even like the Little Mermaid for the story. To me, it's like a little kid story. I like the Little Mermaid because of the songs. I thought that those were some of the in modern day Disney. I thought that those were some of the greatest. That was like
No, that is some really fantastic music.
the music was incredible. I don't think there's my daughter, when she was younger, she used to watch that movie over and over and over. So by the time as we got to a certain point, we knew all the songs.
Yeah.
So it's like, and those songs were incredible.
Definitely. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got that.
Do
out.
better, people.
Yeah, we had to get we had to get that out.
Sucks that,
It sucks. It really because
conversations like this need to be had,
Yeah.
but I don't like having them
Yeah.
because they shouldn't be conversations that need to be had.
Yeah.
Just be better people.
Yeah, we
Just be
should-
better people, bro.
Yeah, we got to do better.
Just do better.
Do better, y'all. Do better.
But
Let if you can't let any place else, let the arts be a safe place, a safe zone, or what is it they call it? A demilitarized
demilitarized
zone.
There you go. Yeah.
Place where there's no fighting.
No fighting, bro.
No,
Just enjoy it.
Just
go
enjoy
enjoy
it.
it. Or not, but just don't be hateful
yeah.
about it.
Don't be.
Because at the end of the day, I say this all the time when it comes to like movies and like TV and even like music and stuff with like those conversations, it's all subjective.
Yeah.
It's all subjective.
Yeah.
The arts are subjective. You don't have to like everything. You don't have to watch everything, but you don't also have to give your opinion on everything.
No.
Because my mother's been telling me this saying since I was a little. It's better to be silent and thought a fool than to open your mouth
That's
and
right.
remove all doubt.
And some of the stuff you people are saying is foolish.
Yeah.
Foolish.
And
It
she
is.
also tells me too, before you respond to anything, think once, think twice, then shut up.
I like that.
Think once, think twice, then shut up.
Then shut up.
Because most times, if you like take a second to think about what you're about to say, 9 times out of 10, if you take the emotion out of it and like you don't just reply in the moment, if you take a second to think about it, you'd be like, I don't need to say that.
Yeah.
Or that doesn't need to be said this way or at this time or with this person, and you change it and you take it all back. So stop, think once, think twice, and shut up.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's a good episode.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like I said, but again, we needed to say what we said.
Yes.
And we stand by.
I stand by.
We stand by.
Stand on it firmly.
Firmly.
Stand on what I said.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, so until the next one,
Yep.
we out.
We out. See you at the movies. Take care, y'all.